The overall sales volume of Dongfengtian CRCU over the years, I feel a bit like riding a mountain bike. You know this car, right? At its peak, as the standard leader of this compact sports frame car, it was no problem to sell 10,000 to 20,000 units a month while waiting for a car at a price increase. Then 24 years later, his lowest month should be July. More than 3,000 units were sold in the month, but within a few months, his sales began to rise again. Why? Because the entire discount rate will increase again. Now, the discount for the entire vehicle drive is about 50,000 yuan. Currently, there are 2 models and 2 or 3 models on sale at the same time. What about the pure oil version? What he sells better is he.
Because the price of the whole discount needs to be lower. It is probably at the price of 7th or 8th. Then the current generation of Civic, I don't think it is as sporty as before. In fact, there are many improvements in family concepts now, but of course it is still retained. That is his sports manual version, so it actually has sports, and now it is still a new stable version, which is richer in the types of the whole product. Then in terms of appearance, R2 is almost the same as the 2nd or 3rd models.
A main fortune. I think it's okay if you buy it for home use and then you can center the movements so that the entire range of use should be wider. And then what do I think its Peugeot design is? Ah, this one is really beautiful. Where's this car? Car Leader. It is divided into 2-gun and 3-gun versions, and there are some differences, but the series both have a performance of 2,435. At present, it is relatively comprehensive among joint venture brands at this price range, so the overall space performance of Psy, I think it's still okay. Then in terms of tires, I will roughly summarize the 3 versions for you in terms of price. In terms of car price, for example, it is 9. As follows, the driving is basically 16-inch, then 9.9 Y 100,000 17-inch tires are used, and then the top of the whole series is 18-inch tires, which is the same rule. If you just want to buy the oil version, then at present everyone in the market is generally concerned about 2 types of pure oil because the whole preferential price is really very low because the price is here. A compact car-hailing joint venture brand within 100,000, so it can't make a big investment in the whole material. Generally, but I think this is a normal performance. Then, in the whole shape, this is a set of practical shapes. It retains almost all the physical buttons. As far as your daily household use is concerned, these are quite convenient to use, so it is an advantage. Then, compared with some joint venture brands, some of these glossy decorative plates are used to improve the richness of his whole collocation. I think it belongs to a normal performance at this price at present, and then let's look at it specifically. In fact, the full instrument with manual direction adjustment plus Juingsen central control screen reversing camera arrangement has no heating function if you enter the electric rearview mirror. Don't think that the configuration of the entry-level model is low. You must know that this is a RAW, and then now the entire price is dropping, and tomorrow, then what about the Civic? Actually, what is its comparison? The price difference between each version is not big, and you can get it with what you spend. Until such a significant improvement in configuration, it is more cost-effective to choose between the entire version process than the whole device if you take the test. For its pure oil version, I most recommend the 240, a cost-effective version. Then in terms of power, the Civic has 3 sets of powertrains, and the pure oil versions are 180T bow and 240 turbo, and the maximum horsepower is 129 meters and 182 meters respectively, both of which are VT variable boxes. Of course, this car has a 6-speed manual version, and then there is a 2.0-liter drive. In fact, these 3 sets of powertrains are all worth recommending. Of course, the power performance of the 240 turbo is definitely significantly improved compared to the 180 turbo, but they are all good. It's at this level, and I think it's very easy to drive. If you buy these 2 versions of it during a drive, you can feel it in either version just because of the smoothness of the power connection, the bottom and the precision of the control. Therefore, if you prefer to drive, then the CR version is actually a very good choice. And the 2.0-liter stable version, if you need to increase your budget, what users is it for? I really like it, and the budget is very sufficient. In fact, this version is more misaligned or more obvious. It is at this level by driving distance. I think it is more a kind of car, and then when you buy this car, you can get a significant improvement in power, and then the driving feel and economy are taken into account. Therefore, if you really like it, I recommend it to you. Go and experience the version.